Deal me in. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Deck of Long Lost Things. My name is Philip, and due to a mutiny among my players, I am not the dealer in this game, I'm the Dungeon Master. But, as Dungeon Master, I am joined by several wonderful players. Say hello, players.
Hello, players.
How's everyone doing tonight?
Could be better.
Could be better. Yes. Speaking of which, Dan, do you have like a pun, hilarious joke way of explaining what's going on with you?
Let's just say that I feel there's a situation that I find myself in, and I wish I could do something about it, but I feel so powerless.
Okay. He he used a different pun than the one he did earlier. Yes, Dan is out of power at his house, so he has no light, so he's just zoomed in from his phone. So that's what's going on.
I can't see the Discord chat. That's the worst part. Or the Twitch chat. That's the worst part.
Oh, no, that is a real bummer. So those of you who are here mainly to look at Dan, I'm sorry, you'll just have this until the power restores. But I'm also joined by other people whom we can see. People like Andrew. Hi, Andrew.
Yes.
You might know
Hello.
Andrew from such games as Third Time's the Charm, and what's the other one he was in? Here Be Dragons.
Yeah.
And,
Or Blood from a Stone from the very.
Blood from a Stone.
If you're really a classic connoisseur.
We probably should do that. We also have KJ, who you'll know from too many games to count, including Top Flight and the Dreamlands. We have Aaron, who you'll know from such classics as Lost Lore Academia and that one.
Third Time's the Charm also.
Oh, Third Time's the Charm. That's one. And a Star Wars game, the name of which I genuinely can't remember.
Same.
What was that called?
Also, Formation Nation.
Oh, and Formation Nation. You were in Formation Nation too. That was fun. The spin-off one. What was that game called? A More Wretched Hive? Yeah, that was it.
Star Wars Into Darkness.
There it is. That was the one. Star Wars Beyond.
Star Wars Beyond Darkness.
We also have Jed, who you'll remember from such games as also early Blood from a Stone. Oh wow, look at that background. He did it. Now we can see Dan after all.
Now we can see Dan.
Baby.
Perfect. You'll know
I
from
love
such
you so much.
You'll know from such games as Wasteland and Here Be Dragons and the Crude Matter Luminous Being Star Wars game as well. Dan, you'll know from games like Blood from a Stone and
Let's make Dan bigger here.
I want to say Jed doesn't even know how appropriate that showing that picture today is, because just today I shaved down to my mustache for Wasteland.
He's ready.
I will mention like a few of us saw Dan. He logged in and everything was fine, and then the power went out.
Mm-hmm.
It was sad. So yes, and then also joining us is someone who has not been in any of our games before, which is Melina. Hi, Melina.
Hello.
Hello. So welcome to a new player. We're very excited to have you, and this is going to be fun. So, what is this game we're doing? Well, this is a D&D game using the new rules from the 2024 Player's Handbook, which has just been released basically yesterday to game stores. What do they call them? Friendly local game store? Is that like the term everyone uses online for to encourage you to shop there and not at Barnes & Noble?
Local friendly game, LFGS.
LFGS, there we go. Local friendly game stores. So, you can buy it at local friendly game stores like Emerald Knights if you're in our area. I'll still say them because they're a thing. But Geeky Tees is also cool. Or you can get it on D&D Beyond if you have certain tiers of subscriptions there, which is how I happen to have it. So, the point is, we now know the rules for this sort of long-awaited 50th anniversary, not new edition. It's still 5th edition, or they're just not even saying 5th edition anymore. I don't really know why they're doing it this way. I think it's because they just want it to be like a forever product, and maybe it'll be like Core Set 2024. It'll be like Magic cards, where you just have to keep buying a new player's handbook.
They would love that, I tell you that much.
Boy, would they. But the system has a lot of changes to the rules. It's streamlined a lot of the player classes. I'm just going to go ahead and editorialize and say, I think all it's done is made the players way stronger. There's literally no nerfs in it. All it does is just make them stronger. So that means we'll have to throw stronger monsters at you guys.
Win-win.
It's a win-win for all. But this game is going to is kind of inspired by both one of my favorite things in D&D, but also another book that came out a little while ago, which was the Deck of Many Things. Now, for those who play a lot of D&D or familiar with the Deck of Many Things, I have this very cool animated version, which I think we've shown off on the channel a couple times. We had this in Witchlight, but that was the Deck of Wonderful Things, if you recall that, KJ, where Ellie Bog had a deck.
That one's cool.
Yeah, it's like
that one was cool.
Oh, the Fool?
Yeah, you could see him dancing really easy.
Oh, the Jester, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was, the Jester's good. Well, he's gone forever.
Sorry. It was the first one I actually saw move. I was like, oh.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, he's in here somewhere. Oh, the Knight is cool too. I like the Knight. The Knight appears to you as like in a burst of like,
ooh,
kind of flame there thing.
Very dope.
In any event, these decks are very cool things. This is going to be the core engine of our game, but it's also going to be the sort of engine of our character creation for this campaign. So that means that each of the players in this campaign, all 6 of these wonderful people, whether you can see them or not, will have drawn a card from a deck like this or deck similar to this at some point in the past. And when they did so, their lives were massively upended and changed. There are actually 3 decks you guys can draw from. The first is the famous Deck of Many Things. This is the one you've, heard about a million times. I'll go ahead and mention this to you because it's something you guys know, but in the time frame when you all would have drawn from this deck, these decks were controlled by the following people. The Deck of Many Things was controlled by Atonement, a chthonic tiefling spellcaster who kind of just goes around. It's not certain what it is they're up to all the time, but they have affairs that they're seeing to. And occasionally, when they just meet someone, they'll say, would you like to draw from the Deck of Many Things? It's a magical deck. You might have something good, might have something bad. They give fair warning that it will be a big deal. They're not trying to trap anybody or trick anybody. People draw, lives are changed, the world is reshaped. The next deck is called the Deck of Secret Things. Ooh. This is a Taroka deck, which those of you who've played a lot of like Curse of Strahd will know is a big thing in sort of the Ravenloft or the Dreadlands type worlds. This has been imbued with divine power and is currently held by Ziola, an Azamar fortune teller, who is very intense and kind of stares at you with these kind of like eyes that pierce, and she's very intense. But she will let you draw from this deck. She will often charge you. She also can do fortune readings with it, but she'll say you should draw this card. This will be your destiny. Sometimes she charges you, sometimes she sort of tricks you into doing it, but she has some reason that she likes people to do that. The last deck is called the Deck of Strange Things, and this is modeled after a tarot deck. It is basically the major arcana. Dan, you can repeat your joke if you want to.
I didn't even get it the first time, I'm going to be honest.
He was saying, was it major arcana? Was it by general tarot? Because like the major gave to the general.
I asked a major arcana answer to Colonel Tarot deck.
Colonel Tarot deck. That was his joke. I get it.
Oh, I honestly thought it was a KFC joke I wasn't getting.
I thought it was like a snow crash, like a Angelina Jolie crash and burn computer thing. Okay,
What?
I don't.
I'll see myself out.
Everyone
Bye.
stop and please
Bye.
explain whatever that was. An Angelina Jolie snow crab crash and burn thing.
I'm confused now.
Hackers. It's a hackers reference.
Never seen it.
Classic.
Oh,
The classic
Hackers
build.
is great.
They're attacking the colonel, and it's like they're like literal. It
Are
doesn't
there
matter.
snow
Don't.
crabs and hackers?
crash and burn.
Snow crash. Snow crash is what
Snow
I said.
crash.
Not.
I swear.
But
I
snow,
thought you said,
snow crabs would be also interesting.
Where I thought you said snow crabs, and I was like, this is wild. Understood.
Yeah, there's no crabs like snow crabs. Am I right?
Okay. And Dan, you can go ahead and mute yourself again. That's fine. So in any event, that deck, the Deck of Strange Things, which is a major arcana tarot, is owned by a Goliath warrior named Woundmaker, and he seems to be optimistic. If somebody seems to demonstrate to him that they have a good heart, he will say, "Would you like to draw from this deck? There's sometimes bad things happen, but like I always feel like it's mainly going to make a good thing happen." He has seen a bad thing happen a lot of times. He's perhaps a little naive in his, he's kind of like.
Is there an accurate ratio tied to that?
An accurate ratio of how many are good and bad?
Like, if he were presenting it versus
Mhm.
like if he had a traveling partner who was actually like.
This is a great question, and I am going to roll first D20 roll of the game. I'm going to roll an insight check on him to see if he can understand that it kind of is just random. That was on top of other dice. He has rolled a natural 20. So he will issue a lot of warnings. He probably views it as a thing of like, in theory, it should be good, but there are some bad cards in here, and I don't know why good people should only draw good cards. I really feel that, but sometimes, it's just kind of weird. I don't know. Maybe don't draw, or do. I gotta believe it'll be good for you. That's that's the energy that he came to you with when he presented you the chance. So, understanding Atonement with the deck of many things, Xyla with the deck of secret things, and Woundmaker with the deck of strange things. The first thing that's going to happen here is each one of you is going to draw one of these cards, and we are going to determine how that card would have affected you in your backstory. So do I have a volunteer for who would like to draw first? And your proxy drawer will be Aaron.
Oh, but you should know, I am going to try my best to turn off my luck when it's not my true...
So in other words, yes. Would you like to go first so your luck doesn't get used by other people?
No, that's okay.
Okay. So do we have a volunteer to go first?
I'll go first.
All right. Which deck would you like to draw from?
Which set would you like me to draw from?
I think they're all very fun. I will say this. I believe the odds are longer because there's 54 cards in the Taroka. That's right. I made 54 effects for the Taroka deck. The best options are in there. The most powerful positive boons are in that, but the worst ones are also in there.
Well, let's do that one. That sounds fun.
So you went to Xyla. So when we get here, you don't have to know this yet. This is a session 0, but have you chosen your species?
No, but
okay.
She's an Aasimar, right?
This is an Aasimar who you're drawing from. You don't have to know your species. And the other thing is, did you pick an alignment? You don't have to as well. You can let some cards will force you to pick one immediately, so we can see how your alignment,
If I need to pick one, I can.
Understood.
And if I need to pick a species, I can.
Understood. Perfect. Well, then we're going to say that a species of indeterminate,
oh my gosh,
kind of like
this is
very
very exciting.
kind of like a figure off camera, sort of reaches in with a gloved hand, and we'll be drawing a card here. All right.
It's so weird. It's like this determines who my character is, but I don't know who my character is until I do the rest of it too.
Also, in order to slay these cards out in a more way, do you want top or bottom half of the deck?
Oh.
I've shuffled 3 times.
I
And many
want
times
the
before that, but yeah.
not the middle half.
Middle half. All right, so I'm going to take about a quarter off there, about a quarter off of that.
I always feel like I have to be an asshole about this. I don't know why.
No, you're
why?
great.
Why do I have to be difficult
All right,
about it?
So I'm going to spread the cards out like so. And
Oh yeah,
you're
spread
going
those
to
cards.
Tell Aaron.
Just tell me when to stop.
Stop.
All right.
Can I show him?
I think you should. What do we have? Mercenary. All right.
I don't know what that is.
You have drawn the mercenary. That is the mercenary is... Oh, okay, this will be an interesting one. Okay, this will be an interesting one because this will not have a huge ongoing effect for you in the thing, but this will have determined a lot about your sort of vibe early on here. The mercenary is the 4 of swords. These are the cards, just so you know, the suits, I'm going to just delay this and kind of, dramatic effect here. The suits in the Taroka deck, one is the swords represents warriors. The coins represent sort of rogues, thieves. There's the, I think it's like the glyphs are for spellcasters, and the cups are for like like clerics. So it's kind of those. And then the suits are all, there are 10 of each. One is unaligned and the rest have an alignment that they represent. So mercenaries are lawful neutral.
Oh,
They
interesting.
represent the lawful neutral, inner strength and fortitude, those who fight for power and wealth. This is the card that you've drawn. When you drew this card, you actually need to get a D20.
Okay.
And we don't have your stats, so this will be a little, we're gonna thing it here. A strange illusory enemy appears before you. You have one opportunity to hit their AC of 18 with a weapon attack. So with whatever you can, you have to hit an 18. I'm gonna say you have a proficiency bonus of 2, and if you're willing to commit to putting strength or dex to whatever character build you have, I suppose you could add that to this as well.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
So how, what are you gonna, we probably can't guarantee 3 theoretically, but if you,
I think 3.
okay.
That seems like
So you're
reasonable,
gonna
right?
have a 3 in either strength or dex, so you get a +5 to this. Roll a d20. You need a 13 or higher to hit this.
I think it's also important for you to know that this guy's shoulders are very handsome.
Oh yeah, hold it up, show it off.
Mm-hmm.
How'd we do?
Oh boy, I rolled oh, is that a 7? I rolled a 7.
A 7.
I thought it was a 2. It's a 7.
Understood. So, you attempted to strike at this person as best you can. Part of me wants to let you use a heroic inspiration here, but I don't think you would have had one yet. So, sadly, as you swing at this muscled individual, your sort of hand just bounces off of this illusory armor. And then you see riches beyond your wildest dreams. Like, you would have made upwards of 30,000 gold pieces and gems had you made that hit.
Wow.
You could have had that much, but instead you were sort of
Plate
mocked.
armor for everybody.
You are mocked by this illusion, and I would imagine that this has maybe put in you a drive to not miss an opportunity like this in the future. You have seen that you could have been the wealthiest person around, but sadly. So, for some
Wow. Okay.
for some people, a missed hit is a missed opportunity. So that is something that came to you when Ziola let you draw from this. You can think about this for a while. We'll sort of think of what makes sense for this. So you have, your loss is actually I would argue that while, like, if you have a thing that took away, like, if your whole, like, village is destroyed in your backstory, that's, like, a more primal thing. I would argue that one would keep me up at night more. Like, knowing that I missed like, all I had to do was just hit a guy and I didn't, and I could have had everything. I feel like that would have driven me in a very sad way the most, personally.
Yep.
So, you've got a lot to prove here. Very sorry. Who wants to go next?
Question. I mean, I'll go, but question.
Yes.
So, if I were to draw from the same deck, if I drew the same card as him, would you make me redraw, or we would just do the same thing?
These are all different times, so you would have the exact same event.
Okay, well, I'm not drawing from that deck. I'm doing the other one.
You're doing, did you say strange or many?
Yeah.
Strange? All right. You liked that question because the answer was I'm not even doing that? Yeah, okay. So...
Did you tell her about when I asked if it was in color and then I still chose black?
I haven't. You should tell that story. That's a go. Go ahead. No, people like that story. It's good.
We can do it later. I'll draw for now.
All right. So you are going to be drawing from a very friendly, optimistic. This is not your luck. You're drawing from a very friendly and optimistic Goliath.
You didn't ask me if I wanted...
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, I am so sorry. Apologies.
I just feel like things should be fair and equal.
They should.
This is our first day on the job. There's gonna be some stuff that we don't get right away.
Thank you. So well put. Vanna, to my Ryan Seacrest. Have you guys heard about that, by the way? Ryan Seacrest is now...
He's replacing Pat
Sajak.
Wait, what?
It's not a bad option.
There
Not
you
bad.
go.
I mean, the tracks. The tracks.
All right, so, in any event, KJ, do you know your character's species already?
Tiefling. I just meant cutting.
Cutting.
Oh, well, oh, the cutting. I don't
you need to
for
shuffle it
this.
3 times and then.
I will shuffle it 3 times, but I don't have to cut this one.
I disagree.
Okay, because I can fan out. Okay, sure, I'll still cut it. The other one I need to cut because there's 54 cards and it's just too hard to fan them out. These only have 20. You're right. I will cut these as well. No problem. Do you have?
Don't get bullied. Don't be bullied here.
But you have your species as
So
tiefling.
embarrassing.
Do you have a
I'm so
name
sorry.
already for your tiefling?
No, I'm actually gonna hang on that until I find out I for sure get to play the character. You're gonna take it from me for whatever reason.
It is true.
So-
There are actually this deck. Nothing will take the character from you. There's something in the.
I
other
didn't say the
that
deck
will-
was gonna do it. I said you might. So
Oh,
I'm just gonna hang on to the
I'm
name
not doing
for now.
anything. It's the deck. You're choosing via Aaron.
Oh yeah. No.
I am on team. I'm on team
We're all
Cage.
pros here. We're all pros. We haven't forgotten
But-
past betrayals.
In your betrayals, what are you talking about? Draining color this, and you're all dragons, and they're your murderers. That it's fine. KJ,
We're just gonna become the people that deal these cards to everybody.
have
That's
you
it.
decided on an alignment already? You don't have to have.
No, I'm definitely waiting on that card.
Understood. Okay. So some cards in here. Oh wait. So do you want top half, bottom half, or middle half?
I mean, it would be a third, but top.
No, it's middle half. I take the quarter off the top and the quarter off the bottom.
You can have 3 halves.
There's so much fucking attitude right now.
The second half is split between the top and bottom in this scenario.
Top.
Top half. Okay.
Oh my god. Done.
There we go.
There.
That one.
Sorry. I'm sorry. So unprofessional.
The lovers. Oh,
No.
this is a bad one. All right.
Oh, that's so hot.
So, and by
I
the
like
way,
I like the cover. I mean, it's like a book cover, but
it's the reason that this is the deck of strange things is I'm using my pulp tarot deck, so it's for
Oh,
some
hell
reason the cards this guy's showing you have these bizarre imagery on it. So
No,
yes,
it's
that
rad.
is the lovers. Check that out. You can hold that closer so they can see the whole. It's a real fun one. The lovers is rough. Okay, so we have a lot to determine about your background. So while Jed's character is over there getting mad that he didn't hit,
That's right.
your character, 2 creatures connected to you, or 1 creature connected to you and another of great power unknown to you, fall passionately in love, united in a certainty that you are what stands between them and their happiness.
Oh
Love
no.
it. I love this
They
so
will
much.
do
Oh,
whatever
no.
they can to thwart you in all things so they can be happy together. So whether it is 2 friends or a family member and a friend or a family member and it also could literally be like your sister falls in love with like a demon from like hell, like a demon prince who's like, as long as we can torment your sister, we can be together. She's like, okay, baby, no problem. And they just set to making your life hell.
Okay. Question. So, in terms of the story, does that happen when I draw the card, or is this like a history that's been established?
No, your relationship with these 1 or 2 people was wonderful until you drew this card.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
The lovers. That's a good. That is one of my. You've drawn one of my, for story reasons. You've drawn one of my faves, and it's a cool picture.
Oh, that's very good.
There's a very there's like you can see a serpent and you can see like an angel.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry, what?
This is not your job.
Many apologies. So, all right. So we have a wonderful that. Who would like to go next?
Philip, there's
Yes,
a
sir.
reason that we have unions, and that's to protect these jobs from people like you.
All I know is that by next year, AI will be doing all of this.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'll go next.
Dan will go next. All right. Dan, are you drawing from Atonement, Ziola?
You know what I'm drawing from.
You're drawing from the Taroka?
I want the big money ones.
All right. Big money. Shuffle this guy a couple more times. And are you you can go ahead and say it now. Are you going to want top half, bottom half, or middle half?
I want the top 25% and the bottom 25%.
So you want exterior half.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exterior. Yeah.
Bookends.
God.
I like bookends. Bookends sounds
Bookends.
good and poetic.
I was
yeah.
gonna call it big spoons.
Double.
Double big spoon.
Double. It's too many. It's too much. It's too conceptually complicated.
Here's the energy. All right, Dan.
Stop.
That one right there?
Wait, don't.
No, one before it. Yeah, one below. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, thank you. Yes.
Got it.
He wasn't even looking. He just.
I'm looking. I'm like, my phone is flat on my table. What do we got?
Oh no, fuck me.
What
This
is
is a good one for you.
That looks bad, and by bad I mean awesome.
The Seer. You have drawn from the high deck, and this will be a problem for me because this is a powerful thing you get, sir. Oh, you can. I think it's up. Yeah, there you go.
First day.
First day. It's fine. You're doing great, Vanna.
Oh my god, that made. I
Oh,
thought
hell
it
yeah.
was
Okay.
like a weird baby. Like I didn't realize that was just some guy. Oh my gosh.
My friend, you have drawn the Seer. This gives you a rather powerful effect. You gain the ability to cast divination as a ritual at will.
Oh, sick.
From the beginning. You may divine. You have basic kind of divinatory powers.
I am divine. Thank you.
Yes. So there you go. So that means you don't need, and by the way, you do not need material components. You just have to focus. Because I think
Sick.
divination has a somewhat costly.
Wow.
Right. I'm gonna look up.
You need
And
like, some
here
kind
you
of,
just
like-
punched a guy in the shoulder.
He didn't punch it. Yeah, he failed. Divination is, yeah. You ask. Typically, this spell consumes 25 gold worth. Now, Jed
Right,
could have
yeah.
paid for that and he hit the guy, but instead, you don't even need it because you can cast this at will. So yeah, you've drawn from the Seer. That is a good effect. Well done, sir.
Hell yeah, brother.
So, from the
I
deck of
appreciate that
spells,
little rub you tossed in there too.
I
That was
feel
nice.
bad, but also fine.
Bet you don't.
Well, no, I do feel fine. Great. All right, so now Melina, Andrew, and Aaron. Who would like to go next? Now that you see how this has been going. Melina.
I'll go.
Wonderful. Which of those 3 decks is of most interest to you?
I want the strange.
The strange. The deck of strange things. Would you, have you picked a species, by the way?
Dragonborn.
I stand fully correct. I was assuming no one would pick Dragonborn. Or I said if there's one
Oh
species...
no, is this like something no one should
No,
pick?
Dragonborns are very cool. The
random.
first character I ever was a Dragonborn. They're very cool. You're a dragon person. It's great. I just was assuming if there's one thing no one picks, it'll be Dragonborn. However, okay, that's great. So you are... Oh, Dan, I didn't ask. Did you have a species picked already?
I'm thinking either Asimar or Goliath, but I'm
Understood.
leaning Asimar, but we'll find out.
We'll get to it in a moment then. Perfect. So, a Dragonborn, and I don't know if you know about the whole D&D alignments thing. Do you know an alignment already?
No, I don't know.
We will handle that bridge when we follow up. So, do you want the... How do you want me to arrange the half of this deck you will draw from?
The best half.
The best half. Okay. So that is top 3 cards, then skip about this many, then take this many, then take 2 from the bottom, and then kind of shuffle these around and do that. Okay, there you go. This is the premium half. This half
Yes.
is garbage. Oh. That's a shame, actually. This half has some really good cards in it. Okay.
I don't think you should look at them.
I can look. I'm not picking anything.
That's so mean. La, 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 la. Let's up.
Oh.
Up.
Top.
Oh, okay.
That delay really gets you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, how perfect is
The
that?
Wheel
You
of
look
Fortune.
Way to go, Vanna.
Wheel
Yeah,
of
I mean,
Fortune
if it's
is...
anything like mine, now you're just like mega broke. You're in multiple debts, and it's
All right.
it's not what you think.
I am going to have to actually come back to you on this because we'll have to think about this, but the fact that you're a Dragonborn will have some fun effects.
You're
With-
mega broke.
With the Wheel of Fortune.
It's just like life.
So you draw this card from this kind of muscled, orc guy, or this muscled Goliath, rather. And suddenly, filling whatever space, whatever tavern or whatever fire, kind of campsite, wherever it is you've done this, a sphinx appears. A massive sphinx.
He's not cute.
Sphinx?
Yeah.
Oh. I mean, it's a big, cat with wing thing. The Sphinx immediately casts the legend lore spell upon you, revealing everything you have done in your life, telling it as if it were a great saga, but also telling your destiny. You are told a cryptic destiny of what you what you could achieve in the world, the great things you have done or will do. This knowledge, however, can be good and ill because you will have direction, but you will also be in danger of falling into a self-fulfilling prophecy or a self-destroying prophecy. So you are going to receive a grand fortune, which we'll figure out here tonight, but we'll think about that so we can sort of think of this stuff. But there's kind of an external thing, and it's like, are you the kind of person who will, knowing this, are you going to reject that, or are you going to run into it?
Okay.
Wheel of Fortune. Great. So far, we've had some interesting draws here, I think. So now it comes to Andrew and Aaron. Andrew, would you like to go next, or do you want to go? Do you want to be last?
I don't want to choose.
Andrew, you must choose. Do you go now or later?
I will.
Everyone's favorite candy.
I will go. I will go after Aaron.
Understood. Aaron, you were next. So which of those 3 decks would you like to draw from?
I would like to do secret things.
Secret things. I love it. And Aaron, have you decided what species you are yet?
Yes.
Would you like to reveal it? You don't have to.
Yes, I would like to be an Azamar unless Dan chooses that.
Well, he has said he's leaning towards it, so you could lock yours in now, and then he's
Yeah,
confident.
lock it in now. Lock it, because I'm choosing mine based on yours, actually.
All right, then I'm gonna stick with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're an Osmar. Do you have an alignment picked out? You don't have
No.
to? Understood. I regret the question based on your head shake. Which half of the deck would you like?
I want the whole thing.
You want me to fan the whole thing out?
I want you to do your best.
Okay. It's bigger than a normal deck of cards, for the record. Leave me alone. There you go.
He swears this doesn't always happen.
Yeah, this has never happened before.
This is
It's
for
not
me.
that his hands are small; it's the deck's big.
All right. for
Did
your
you
own
shuffle?
luck. No, I haven't shuffled.
You went through all that.
Good call. Good call. We got it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. All right. Shuffle 2 and shuffle the 3rd. I'll cut once as well. But not that the cutting really matters, but it does because you're picking. So.
You don't have. Okay. I'll take this.
You're taking the top one. Didn't need to spread them out at all. Got it. Survey says, ooh, the Tempter. Well, does that have a crown? Oh, that's the high deck. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
All right. The Tempter is from the high deck. It represents. Oh, Dan, I didn't tell you from your the seer represents inspiration, keen intellect, a future event, the outcome of which will hinge on a clever mind. The fact that Dan has divination and Melina has a future is going to be an interesting.
Ooh, cool.
Maybe you'll be like, hey, divine, is this the week I do my thing? All right. The Tempter, however, represents one who has been compromised or led astray by temptation or foolishness, or one who tempts others for evil ends. You drew this deck from this beautiful, mysterious Aasimar, like yourself,
Ziola?
Ziola. And suddenly, all the candles in the room went out before being replaced by an eerie green glow. And appearing before you is a powerful fiend, straight from the lower planes. This fiend offers you a deal. If you do something for it, you will have great power, great wealth, the ability to do whatever you want, but you will have to do what it asks.
Like a thing that it asks, or everything that it asks?
In this case, yes, this will be sort of a thing that it asks. tasks. This will be a considerable thing, and perhaps we'll talk about, because hey, guess what? Spoiler alert, everybody. I now have a character class suggestion for Aaron here. That could really just get this stuff in if you're Warlock City, because you could be just getting. Yeah, we'll get to that in a moment. The point is, you don't have to be a Warlock though. It could be for anything. The point being, you are given this opportunity to make a deal. You don't have to take the deal. In fact, you can walk away. If you do so, you're gonna probably have something similar to Jed's situation of wondering what would have happened, Or do you think you take the deal? I know this is a lot to throw on you right now, and if you don't want to make this decision now, we can even go to Andrew and we can come back to you.
Well, the last thing I want is to end up like Jed. And
Wow.
I think
Catching so many strays today. It was
Also, Jed is
unnecessary.
actually wondering what would have happened. He knows what would have happened. He knows he would have been rich. There's no wonder.
And is there any way that I can just like ask for a preview of the thing I might have to do?
No.
Okay.
The fiend would not grant you that.
I would like to take the deal.
Look, it's up in Jed.
Deal with the devil.
Deal with the devil. Tempter accepted. Wonderful. So, and obviously we lost Dan. He was so offended
Oh, those are
that you're being
eyeballs.
in some
damn.
other equip.
Their eyeballs on the head. Yeah.
Um,
That's so gross.
Thought they
so
were just
that
gross.
we have drawn 5 cards. We have drawn the Wheel of Fortune, the Lovers, the Mercenary, the Tempter, and the Seer. Leaving Andrew for last. Andrew, which deck shalt thou draw from?
Well, I think I'm gonna have to do the deck of many things.
No one
I
has
think
done a
it's
deck
gonna.
of many things.
I just hope that it will be as plot interesting as the rest of everything.
You know what? To that point, I didn't do this for all of them, but I am.
Oh, you did? Okay, good. That's okay. You told me everything I need to know. I'm very excited about this. That's exactly what I want.
The deck of many things.
Yes.
I'm gonna,
Any Philip flavor will.
Some of these are not the. I have changed what some of these
Good.
mean, by the way.
Perfect.
Because some of them just
Excellent.
aren't that interesting.
Yes. Love it.
Death. Game over.
And
do you want
Philip
the top-
blocks
oh,
me and never.
By the way, do you want, sir?
Yes.
Do you want to tell us your species now? Have you?
Tiefling.
You were a tiefling.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Chaotic good or neutral? Chaotic neutral.
Understood. Okay. Okay. Oh. Here we go. Dan is back. There's the man. Oh, look at that.
Hey.
Yes, that means the power's on.
So back, baby. We're so fucking back. Honestly, the best part is that it means I have air conditioning again, which
Oh,
my
yeah.
gosh, you poor thing.
no, I'm reasonably wealthy.
The laughing at the own joke is like,
Oh man.
Last time I showed you.
Here I thought he was cosplaying as a dad, but no, it turns out.
All right.
Andrew,
Yes.
do you want top or bottom half?
You know what? I'd like the full deck, please. If it's okay. If it makes it too hard for you, then
No, it's
let's
fine.
just do the top.
This I didn't need to do tops and bottoms on these quite so much.
Okay.
Are you ready?
You choose, Aaron. Yeah, you just
Okay,
choose.
That's not happening.
Okay.
Also, this isn't part of my luck. Thank you. Okay.
Uh-huh. There.
I'm scared.
Oh, what's it gonna be?
Upset. Oh, damn. That's not a bad one.
Ooh.
star.
It's a big one. This is a. So
You
this
become
is
Jack
this is
Kroger.
one that I'm actually going to give you the choice of this, Andrew.
Okay.
The star. Do you know what the star typically does in the deck of anything?
No idea.
The star
No.
it's just basically increase one of your ability scores by 2.
Okay.
So typically, the star allows you, to kick yourself up in ability score wise. You can have that, or you can have the more flavorful alternative I have.
The flavorful alternative. I mean, why?
Flavorful alternative. Cool. Aaron, I'm gonna need a second to prepare a. It's more fun to draw, you know. Like, you're gonna be getting a magic item.
Oh.
But
okay.
This will be a. I have all the magic item cards, you know, but I haven't separated them by rarity, and you do get a minimum rarity for the star here. So, in the interest of time, maybe we won't have a draw. Maybe we'll just have you roll the dice. How about that?
Okay. Sure.
So,
what would you like me to draw?
The first thing I'll need you to roll, I'm gonna have you. You're gonna make 2 rolls here, but let me just real quick pull up the D&D Beyond magic items. There we go. All right. First thing I need you to roll, sir, is a D20.
8.
8. Thank you, sir. Now I need I need another D20 roll.
16.
16. All right. Well. Yeah, that's legendary. All right. Fuck me. Okay. You receive, also as luck would have it, you're receiving an item from the Book of Many Things.
Oh.
Which is cool. I kind of wish, though, that now that I see this, I'm going to check something out real quick. Sorry, everyone.
Okay.
Pete,
Yes.
Talk about something fun. Say something about one of your characters, someone.
He's a guy. I don't know. I really enjoy. One of my favorite things is in situations like this, like having to watch Philip mildly squirm while he's trying to fill like the airtime. You know.
I like it when he forgets the glasses and he.
I do
go
love
run to
that.
get
That
them.
is so good when he has to go sprint off. And he's just shit, fuck.
The best one was when he had left them in the car, so we had to leave
I
the
really had to
apartment.
go far for that one. That was really
Yeah.
Oh,
It was pretty cool.
That was a good one.
There's a thing in this, because basically the thing you just got is a magic item from the Book of Many Things, but it's not the card you drew. So I just want to check if there's a really interesting item for the card you drew, because retroactively that's what this should have been the whole time.
Yes.
Kind of a situation, you get me. But I don't know. Anybody have any thoughts on characters already? Anybody based on what they've drawn know their background? Let's throw that out there.
I guess
No.
I'm leaning towards my parents being the two that.
That's so heartbreaking.
That's great.
Oh my god.
The 2 people who are like, we want to destroy you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That's pretty.
No, I thought it was just that I was in the way of their happiness.
Yeah.
Oh no, that is
Yeah.
so rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. I love that.
That
Good.
is terrible, and
I was
definitely-
thinking Warlock, but now that Aaron got that thing, I'm not sure. But maybe.
I just think I was really, really down on my luck when I made this draw.
Well, it gave you something. It gave you something interesting. Boy, there sure aren't a lot of legendary items in this thing. You really picked the one that is.
I do feel like I'm gonna be a something Marshall for
Marshall.
sure.
Marshall, yeah, I think it makes sense. You're
Because now you never skip the
you're
gym.
just, all you're
just
doing
in
is
case
never
you need
never
to-
skipping the gym. You're just
I'm
constantly-
never not hitting what I need to hit. That's just not gonna happen anymore.
Andrew.
Yes.
We're just
Never
gonna go
again.
with. We're going after all of that. I couldn't find the item for the thing.
Okay.
So we're just going with this. This is a wondrous item, legendary. This actually will determine your class.
Oh.
This is
okay.
you can only attune to this if you are a bard, sorcerer, or warlock.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
It is called the Jester's Mask.
Oh, perfect.
This colorful harlequin domino mask is edged with pearls. While wearing this mask, you gain the following benefits. You can use the mask as a spellcasting focus. You gain a +3 bonus to any spell attack rolls and spell saving
MBD.
throws. That might grow over time. We'll see. You have Marvelous Escape.
Oh.
When a creature hits you with an attack roll, you can use your reaction to disappear in a puff of smoke and colorful sparkles. You take no damage and instead teleport along with anything you're wearing or carrying to an unoccupied space you can see within 30 feet of yourself. Once you use this reaction, you can't use it until the next dawn.
Now, can I use that in awkward romantic encounters?
You can and you should, and you won't take the damage.
Okay, great.
In addition, you also have an effect called Topsy-Turvy.
Oh.
When you roll
this is amazing.
When you roll a 1 on a d20, you can treat the roll as if it was a 20 instead.
Son of a bitch.
Once this is used, it can't be used again until the next dawn.
That is the best thing I've ever heard.
It's a fun item.
Oh my gosh.
Now, are you sure you don't want to forget this and just get like a +2 bonus to your int or something?
No. This is so much. This is lovely.
That's
Okay,
bad.
this is very lovely. This is lovely. No, it's there's gonna be. Just so you know, Philip, there'll be so much emotional baggage attached to this item.
It is.
So
And,
don't feel like it's overpowered.
And it is. Oh, I mean, it's very overpowered, but it's also thematically interesting. You know, it brings us a sort of story. It brings us a character. So we now know what cards you've drawn: the Seer, the Mercenary, the Wheel of Fortune, the Tempter, the Lovers, and the Star. If we didn't, I don't think we animated the star enough for you here, but I know you
amazing.
did it. Let's just keep watching as they rock and roll. See the hand? The hand on the loop? Are we friends anymore?
We'll talk about it after.
Okay. So, with that, now that the Union laws have been broken, we now understand sort of the backstories of your characters. Who here, so we know that Andrew is a tiefling, we know that KJ is a tiefling, we know that Aaron is an Aasimar, we know, or an Angeline as they're sometimes called, we know that Melina is going to be a Dragonborn. Melina, there's a question about Dragonborn, you don't have to choose this today, but Dragonborns come in one of 10 colors. 5 of them are metallic, and 5 of them are chromatic, and all of them will determine the nature of you're going to be resistant to a type of damage that corresponds with the color you are. So if you have red scales, you're resistant to fire, but if you have white scales or silver scales, you're resistant to cold.
Okay.
And if you have like green scales, you're resistant to poison. So it kind of has a thing like that. So you'll need to choose between black, white, green, red, blue, and then copper, bronze, silver, gold, brass. Those are the scale colors that you can choose from. You don't have to do that tonight. We can talk about that later and in the building of your character. But just know that you will be a specific coloration that will have a mechanical thing. Jed and Dan, have we decided our species now that the cards have been drawn? Now that you know about your missed opportunity and your divinatory prowess.
I think I'm gonna be a Goliath.
Goliath. We now have one of everything, Dan, so you should choose with your heart.
What are there 2 of right now?
There are 2 tieflings and 1 of everything else.
Okay, I'll be an Aasimar then.
Love it.
Aaron's pissed.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm so excited because I'm excited.
Okay, now, immediate question. Both people have to do this, but there's some obvious things for this. Are Aasimars, are you guys siblings?
I don't think so, no.
No. Tiefling,
No,
same question, don't have to. Just throwing it out there.
I mean, I'm not against it, but it's pretty fucked up if we're siblings and our parents just don't love me anymore.
Just don't love you, meanwhile praising his amazing
Yeah,
match.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm down. I always love. I mean, that's pretty interesting, actually.
I will say one thing that makes me say that is both interesting and fun, but Andrew very famously has been playing a sibling pair in another game.
That's true.
So maybe
that's
we should
true.
let him not
yes,
have to
yes,
have a...
that's true.
Maybe
that's
we should
true.
not give him another sister who will inevitably say, like, I wish that, like, we weren't family anymore. You're dead to me. Like,
Yeah,
he said
that's
to
true.
like he said to Anna's character recently.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Rough.
Okay, so no siblings.
I mean, she betrayed me.
Oh boy, yeah. Elon, yeah.
You put it like that. You know?
You know what? Despite your parents disowning you and plot, because I like that it's not only your parents disowning you, your parents are actively working against you.
I feel like we're not siblings, but I probably know her parents.
You do, and they're so nice, right? Haven't they gotten so happy
Oh,
recently?
that is so.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
They've gotten so nice recently. All right,
Yeah.
so we know the cards. And also for the Goliath to have missed the thing for some reason that culturally feels worse to me, Jed. That you were a Goliath
Yeah.
who,
Yeah.
like, sure,
Yep.
I'll do a thing. I hang out on the mountainside. Okay, and I didn't. Yeah, there we go. Great.
Nobody can't get no respect.
Yes.
I
KJ,
have a question.
please.
How long after drawing these cards are we playing?
That is a great question. The answer to that is it has to be a while, but it doesn't. It kind of is up to you. I would say it should be between. I was gonna say 1 and 5 years, but it could even be 10 years if for whatever reason, it took you that long to kind of get to the point of training yourself to be an adventurer because of what it is you've experienced.
Okay.
So it could be. Does that line up roughly with a good time frame for you?
Yeah, no, that's so basically what I want to do is that I guess for me it would be the longer period of time, because I want my parents to have been like very prominent figures, like whether it be like politicians or just rich people in the tiefling community, and that to the point that basically if you've heard of them, that there's just rumors of a daughter and people don't know if she's real or not, because some people are like, no, I met her when we were kids, and people are like, no, they never had one. They talk about being childless all the time or whatever, right?
We've had such a happy childless marriage.
Yeah,
which isn't a lie, because the childless portion of their marriage is the one they love.
Yeah, is the best part apparently. So
pre-birth, post-disownment, yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
Post-persecution. Okay, well that's horrible. Well, I guess I'm gonna use that because you're sort of bringing this up. I'm gonna use that as a way into talking about another big part of this, which is, of course, for those of you who play D&D out there, for those of you who do this, you build your characters in a completely new way now. The character building system, the background, now is what gives you your ability scores and your like, you get like an origin feat and all this stuff. We're not gonna have to fully build, like, you don't have to pick origin feats and everything today, but I do think it would be good to know everyone's background if we can figure that out today. I think that would be cool. So KJ, for your tiefling here, there are, I think it's like 16 backgrounds now. Looking through these, I think that, and you should look them over as well. I think you can go on now to the D&D Beyond if you join through that thing I did. But and please, anyone else who's looked this over, please feel free to fill in here. There is a background called Wayfarer. The Wayfarer is someone who, it says you grew up on the streets. You didn't grow up on the streets, but you're kind of with cast-offs. You're kind of like unconnected. You're sort of, having to move around. You're probably on the run. And, you do odd jobs. Sometimes you're in a good situation, then you have to run here and there. You'll gain proficiency in insight and stealth, which are certainly things that can sort of keep you alive. And why am I not seeing I think I gotta go to the book. I don't know the ability scores this goes with. Give me 1 second. But basically, that's an option for you. But I also could see, like, do you think you might have gone on the run and become a sailor? Just sailing around.
not a sailor.
Not a sailor. You could choose from dexterity, wisdom, and charisma for your ability score boosts there. I'll just say what they all are: soldier, scribe, sailor, sage, noble. That also could work for you as your preceding background that you're now kind of going to move away from.
But if it involves being known and using your name to get around, then it doesn't work.
That is true, yes. that is yeah, you won't be able to. Well, you'll still have like the skills you would have learned from the upbringing, so it could make sense. But yeah, you haven't been a noble in a while. There's also a merchant, hermit, guide, guard, farmer, entertainer, criminal, charlatan, artisan, or acolyte, which means you work in like a religious organization of some kind. So as we're thinking about what backgrounds, you don't have to answer that now. You can think on that for a moment, but let's think. Wayfarer leaps out at me because it has some element.
Yeah, same for me.
But we can come to that. Do you have any thoughts, Aaron?
Well, Jed, do you know like what kind of martial character you're gonna be?
I think I'm gonna be a monk because I'm
monk?
one doing anyway. I think it kind of fits, but
Monk.
I could be something else if you were trying to go that direction. Be flexible.
Oh, I was not.
A monk is
Okay.
interesting. What
Like,
background?
I just
do you
want. I
think
was.
you choose
You were
for
just
monk?
curious.
I think I'm gonna do sailor with the monk, and my idea is that he got this opportunity and has just been searching for it ever since.
Yeah. Nice.
Eventually realized he wasn't gonna get her, whatever. Found somebody to train him up, and like, that's now he's just dedicated to the fist, and is gonna be,
And
on that
and
route.
all the people who've been training him are like, until you no longer care about hitting the thing, you will never hit the thing.
Oh my,
Yeah.
yes.
You will.
Which is, of course,
Yeah.
the thing is, he's always going to care about the
yeah,
thing.
It's all that drives him. He can't.
All
as
that
much as
drives
he's
him.
trained his
Getting the
body
thing.
to be this punching machine.
But I mean, but of course, that's not. He doesn't want that. Doesn't want that, right? Except, like, unless it's there, because then if he could have it, it's great. But I mean, not that it's necessary. Doesn't want it. Doesn't need it. But if it fell in his lap or it was available or he had to hit somebody for it, then obviously but not for himself, to give to somebody else, right? To
He's
help
really
others.
good at those like punching games in the arcades.
Exactly.
Just like
So good at the punching
So
games.
good at that. He's
So good at the
he's a
punching
really
games.
good fighter now. Oh, I love the idea that every time you're up against someone in like armor, though, like you kind of like flinch a little. You're kind of like like you just choke. Yeah.
Ooh.
Do you ever see the punching games with the punching bag that
Yeah,
falls
yeah,
down and you
yeah,
got a
yeah,
score on it? It's always he's the one that does like 988. He can't quite get to that 999. He's like,
Max it out.
let me one more time. And like, never quite there.
Well, all right. I'm gonna throw questions out to everybody. So Melina, for your character, who has this, who knows that you have this amazing destiny, do any of those backgrounds seem like things that you might be more or less interested in? You also, if you have no idea, we can talk about it whenever and figure stuff out.
I'll be the sailor.
Sailor. I love sailor. Dan, would you like to?
Sailor. I kind of know her.
Okay. Well, you're really
I knew it was gonna be something. I knew it.
No, my partner makes those jokes all the time, and I can't handle it.
Get ready for more of it, courtesy
Yeah.
of Dan. If you need divinations done, you'll have to diviner. I
You have to
hardly
hear
know.
that.
I get
Um,
needed for me.
All right, so you are going to be a sailor, which makes sense. You have sought your fortune out in the world. That's perfect. You will be able to increase your strength, dexterity, and wisdom. Do you have any thoughts on the classes? I don't know how much of that you've been able to look over. We can make some recommendations and decide kind of that we don't have to necessarily know that right now. But if you
The
already
classes.
so there's classes in
The-
this. Yeah, there's classes.
Of the-
Oh yeah, I didn't mention we're gonna have a very fun range of experience levels in this D&D game. By the way, everyone. Yeah, we're
Yay.
gonna have some. It's gonna be a good thing where, there are classes, character classes, things like clerics and bards and barbarians and fighters and here's the full list. I should have tried to do it in if I do it alphabetical order, I can say them all. Druid, you use like nature magic. Wizard, warlock, sorcerer, rogue, or ranger. So I'm not even gonna ask you to pick that now necessarily. We can talk about that later. But unless one of those you're just like, oh, I'm obviously gonna be a with no context, I only want to be a blank. Then yeah, do that.
Rogue.
Rogue. Fair enough.
Nice.
A sailor rogue is a thing.
I was leaning between that and sorcerer, so I guess I'll do sorcerer.
There's plenty of
Great.
different archetypes of things.
I know, but I don't want to double dip
Fair
necessarily.
enough.
Yep.
I guess there is.
Unless Erin is gonna definitely do this, and maybe even if she is, I think I'm gonna go warlock.
Okay.
Because I feel like that item is somehow connected to the patron as well.
I was looking at paladin farmer.
Farmer paladin.
Is that okay?
Farmer is absolutely okay.
Whoa, Melina, something.
Oh my god. You're a paladin who made a deal with the Temptress?
Oh, that's pretty incredible, actually.
Well,
Yeah, you're
I've-
basically Catholic, is what
no,
you
hold
are.
on. I'm just telling you this right now.
Don't.
This is gonna be rough. Your backstory is gonna be rough. The
Oh, with her is going to be rough. Okay.
The fiends. Here's the fiend. The fiend tells you that you will have all your desires. We'll figure out what your, like what it is you would most have wanted when you were a humble farmer at this time. But
I was never humble.
understood. But the fiend will tell you, wonderful. You've made this deal, so all you must do is. No, you don't want to hear?
No.
Okay. Well, it is what they said to you, so you did hear it. All you must do is, the fiend leans in with absolute evil and menace in their eyes and says, go forth and live a pious life and become a holy knight, trusted by those who are pure of heart and await further instruction.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. So that's
Oh
that's what
boy.
you're doing.
Oh
That's like-
boy.
That's not gonna go wrong at all.
Yeah. You must become
Uh,
the
yeah.
best knight there is. So you're gonna be a warlock. Do you have a background thought on that?
I'm leaning Archfey because it's that the
Well, no, your background.
background. Sorry.
You don't. Hey, guess what? In this system, fun fact, you don't pick that until level 3 now.
Oh great. Never.
Cool.
Then I won't even
Crazy.
think about it. I'm thinking artisan.
Ooh.
Because and I think that things got real bad and that
Real bad.
they got real. No, I just like no work, like really just having a hard time, which is what drew me to this.
So then you drew this card, and it was.
Yeah,
Okay.
unless there seems like something I don't really want to do charlatan.
So I will mention to you, and obviously
Yes,
you have
please.
you have that thing, just so you're aware.
Yes.
The ability score bonuses you get from Artisan are Strength, Dex, and Int. You do not get Charisma,
Okay.
which, if that matters, is a Warlock.
Yeah, that does. What are the? I'm surprised because it says you know how to schmooze a customer.
It is. It makes sense, and yet,
Okay.
the Acolyte has Charisma.
Okay.
As does the Charlatan.
Mm-hmm.
As does
Entertainer.
The Entertainer naturally.
Mm-hmm.
Interestingly, the Hermit. I honestly have some questions about that choice. That the Hermit gets Charisma. Maybe Merchant gets Charisma.
Okay,
Wayfarer.
Noble gets Charisma.
We'll do merchant because it's similar to we can just that's fine. That's similar to artisan. I feel like
Similar
an
enough.
apprentice. Yeah, an apprentice.
Noble too.
Noble
Yeah,
as well.
I think I'm pretty dirt poor.
Okay. Merchant Warlock. Things not working out. You put on the mask. Everything goes your way. So we have a Merchant Warlock. We have
Yeah.
Do we have a Wayfarer Sorcerer? Is that the idea?
Yes. But I mean, this may be too early to ask.
Yes.
Do we get like any proficiency in tools or anything,
From the Wayfarer background?
or
Yes.
you? Anyone?
Well, you'll get some from your class as well, but you get insight, stealth, and thieves tools from Wayfarer.
Oh, perfect.
And what do you get from merchant?
You get scrolling, animal handling and persuasion, and navigator's tools. I assume animal handling
Sure.
is because of the
The handle animals.
cart-
Yeah,
cart
sure.
animals. Okay. All right. So we have a merchant.
You get lucky too with that, Andrew.
Oh, he can't have lucky. If he's got the
Oh,
mask,
that's
he can't.
exactly what I want. Oh, but that was exactly because I feel like that's my name is tiefling name is Luck.
Lucky? Sure. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, you can have whatever. It's fine. Lucky has been downgraded, by the way.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Lucky,
It was
you no
it was
longer
too much.
can re-roll someone else's. It's just advantage, disadvantage, right?
I'm not sure.
But I feel like this whole thing is of a
Well, great. Okay, cool.
piece.
Yeah, you get
Of a
you can spend a luck point to give yourself advantage or to impose disadvantage. It's no longer a reroll.
That's great.
Great.
I love that.
So we have a wayfarer sorcerer, a sailor rogue, a merchant warlock, a farmer paladin. We have a sailor monk. Dan, what are you thinking with these seer-like powers that you've gained, these divinations? It's kind of open to what, you can kind of do whatever you wish.
I could bite the bullet and do what we need me to do as a group and be something that has some kind of healing magic.
Do not do that.
That
You know
feels
what I'm
out
not
of
gonna do?
character.
I am not going to do that.
Yeah.
I have a question. I'm looking at these backgrounds right now,
Yeah.
and I how do I just the little drop downs? It doesn't say like which stats you get. It's just based on like what
It
what
is,
skill.
yes, on that page it doesn't say here. I'm gonna put this.
Oh
Right,
yeah.
right.
Oh, we can create a character on D&D Beyond. That's right.
Yes,
Oh.
and here I'm even gonna put this.
I don't like it. Like, I want to see what the subclasses are, but it's not.
You can, and it's just
Increase the level to 3.
It's all,
and then you can see it.
It's all very irritating. Here you go. That if you click on that and you've joined the campaign, you should be able to do a thing to see, scrolling down from there, what banner gives you the actual
Perfect.
thing.
Thank you.
I hope. Otherwise, that'll just tell you at least the ability scores and everything.
Am I stupid or am I not seeing the? Oh no, I still know I am stupid and I am seeing them. Okay, great.
So what are you thinking? And I love no need for healing. You guys will be fine.
Okay.
Actually, she can heal. You can heal. You're an Azamar.
Remind me. All right, so what classes do we have already?
Paladin, sorcerer, monk, rogue, warlock.
Wait, I get lucky?
Yeah.
Wayfarer does? Yeah, I think you get lucky.
How ironic.
Okay. In that,
it's actually not ironic. The only reason you're still alive is that you're lucky.
Fair enough.
You should be dead.
I'm gonna go charlatan fighter.
Charlatan fighter.
Fighter.
A fighter,
Alright.
a divination master fighter. Well, that is something.
That's interesting.
Well, all right, so my friends and neighbors, we have now figured out all of your classes, your species, your backgrounds, and your card draws that have driven you to interesting things. The fact that you are a paladin, because the thing said become a paladin, is really rough. I like that a lot. I'm sorry. Yours is gonna be bad. We know that this world is gonna be kind of an interesting game. My next question for you all involves stat generation. In the spirit of this game, I kind of like the idea of drawing for your stats rather than the traditional. However, if most of you are kind of like, can we just do point buy and not have weird swingy and not have random stuff, I'm fine with that. The other option, because all 6 of you are here, is Aaron will do it as a proxy, but you can each draw one card that has been assigned a numerical value, and that will be your shared, that will become your shared array.
Oh.
So each one of you gets a card and tells Aaron, draw here, there, everywhere, draws the card, that's you're contributing a 12. Or hey,
Is there some safeguard against us possibly having like a stat roll where it's like 11, 10, 9, 7, 7, 6?
Yes, I will. Yes, if the total bonus is less than, is it 4? We'll re-roll it. If your
The
net
whole
bonus
thing or
is,
just the lowest?
like if the bonus to all of those would add up to less than +4 across all 6 stats, we'll re-roll it.
Okay.
Or redraw it.
I'm down.
In this case.
Yeah.
Really like that though?
Yeah, I like that.
But I mean, is it just the lowest or all cards?
No, it's like if everyone draws a card and your array is like 10, 10, 11, 12, 9, 10, 13, and that would give you a +1 overall.
Yeah, no, I got that. I'm saying
Then you all draw again.
Okay, so we're not keeping any of it.
No.
Okay.
It's too low unless you have unless it's like an 18, a 16, and all 8s, and you're like, do it. Then I guess you could keep it.
Fair.
As a group. All right. That sound okay though?
Sounds great.
Let's have some fun then. All right. You're gonna want face cards, my friends. And
Are you gonna
aces
limit
is-
us if they're too good?
Nope. If you guys draw like 4 aces and a king, then Andrew's got the Jester's Mask. I'm already screwed. All right. Who would like to make the first draw? Dan. Aaron will tell you.
I'd like the 7th one down from the top, please.
Survey says the 9 of hearts. A 13.
Not the worst thing I've ever done.
No, 13's not a bad one. All right, who's next? Andrew's next.
Second from the bottom, please.
Oh,
Ace, baby. Well, I hate my job. So that gives you all a 16.
Yes.
Okay.
sir.
Okay.
So a 16 is better. That's better than you can do with point buy. A 13 and a 16.
are you putting the cards back in?
No.
No, they're right here. Who's going?
Who's going? Oh wait, you just saw the bottom. Who's next?
I hope this
I'll
is
go.
okay.
Melina.
You can see it.
Oh yeah, it's perfect. It was
The
a 13,
10th from
not
the
a 9.
bottom.
What?
It was a
It's the
13.
Count,
not a 9.
Aaron.
Oh, I thought it was a 9.
Yeah. No, it was the 9 of hearts.
Got you.
10 from the bottom. Ooh. Sorry, one. Well, it could be worse. It's an 11.
Okay.
Spades,
Oh, wow.
spades, hearts. It goes sort of lower to the sort of yeah.
Oh, interesting.
All right. Jed, why don't you go next?
Second to last card from the deck, from the bottom.
Okay, so the one right above the bottom card.
You got it.
7 of diamonds. A 12.
Okay.
11,
Okay.
12, 13, 16. So far, this is not, a terrible situation. All that remains is KJ and Aaron. KJ, you want to go?
Yes, but this is gonna be complicated, and I apologize, Aaron.
You guys also could just have her do. Nobody wants to do the finger thing with this one. It's interesting.
Go with your
No.
heart.
Okay, so Aaron, you need to close your eyes, and then you can drag your finger along, but then the one that makes you feel the most anxious, the one after that one. Because that's what I would
Nice.
basically do.
This is gonna keep me
Nice.
up tonight. Just so you know.
Well, it's what I would do, so I just need you to be me in proxy. So,
Okay, I'm gonna touch you. Okay.
okay.
Gripping
When you see the
television.
anxiousness on her face,
I know, it's so good. This is quality content, everyone.
What do we got? 7 of hearts. The 7 of hearts will give you another 12.
Okay. Okay.
It wasn't worth it for me.
I'm sorry.
At what cost? At what
10,
cost?
11, 12, 12. So you're basically you're better than standard array whatever at this point, even if Aaron draws like the 2 of clubs.
Is the 2 of clubs a negative?
The 2 of clubs is a negative, yes. The 2 of clubs is actually a 7, so it's -2. So that's just don't draw that.
Oh, that's fun though.
That is fun.
This is mine.
Everyone loves a good. That's my favorite.
Oh, straight from the top. So many. Wait, look at the hand you guys drew here. Oh shoot, hold that up though. You have so many hearts all in a row, which is weird because you guys were picking insane people. That's another 13.
I mean, oh, that would be
Well done.
right there.
So you basically, if you spend all 3 of your points, you can because basically for the way character building works, Melina will go over this, don't worry. You can do 2 and 1, so you could get something to an 18 and one of your 13s to a 14, or you could have 16, 14, 14, 12, 12, 12, which is pretty damn good. Everything positive. All right, well, thank you. I think you guys, are you happy with that?
Yes.
Your baseline positive there is plus 1, 2, 3, 4, plus 7. So that's pretty darn good. So I will distribute that array to everyone, and we can sort of build. We can build characters and do that. But does anybody have any other thoughts or questions or things they want to share about their horrible and/or beautiful backstories at this time?
I've decided that when she was born, she was named Joy.
So we have Joy and Luck.
Well, no, she doesn't go by Joy anymore.
Oh.
Because then she'd be easily found.
Oh. Can she?
So she had to change her.
Can she please? Wow. Because we have Joy and Luck.
Oh my god.
No, because that's racist, Philip.
Why is it racist? It's a book. I'm gonna write.
You can't
Joy.
ask one of the half Asians to be named Joy to contribute to Joy Luck Club.
To double contribute.
To double contribute.
You'd be both Joy and Club.
Do you know what kind of
Already can't have halfies in this.
Do you, do you know what legacy you're gonna be?
Ooh,
KJ?
great question.
Like your
tiefling. So the tieflings now have 3 legacies. You can be infernal, abyssal, or chthonic.
What does that last one mean?
Chthonic means you are neither demon nor devil. You are all the other kinds of fiends, basically. The sort of neutral.
I have not decided.
Cool.
Does it affect your decision, Andrew?
No, but I'm gonna do infernal. I think.
Okay.
I'm so basic.
Jed, you actually have a choice like this. So Jed and Melina will also have a choice of this. We were talking about Melina. You'll have to pick the color of your Dragonborn. Jed.
Yes.
You will have to choose your the
giant ancestry.
The giant ancestry, because that gives you your very big thing that you get every as your sort of stuff, including the hill giant one, which I was talking about earlier, which is broken. I mean, I guess it's a limited use, but even so, what the hell were they thinking? Impose prone with no save? Insanity.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any benefits to the legacies?
They determine, here, I will send you a thing on it. They determine your
everything's so spread out.
I know it is, I'm sorry. Here, I'll send you the link to it. It determines the spells you'll learn.
That's a good thing to know.
So here you go. I'm gonna put that into chat for you as well. Just scroll down from there. Jed, I assume you're already looking at the Goliath options.
Yes.
Cloud, fire, frost, hill, stone, or storm. They're all pretty fun.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with stone. Hill's a pretty great option, but like you said, it's a little bit broken. So I'm gonna go with stone. I like that one.
Also, it's interesting because hill giants are like the worst and dumbest giants in the game, so it's kind of odd that they give them the best effect. You know.
Yeah.
Stone giant, very cool. Well,
I might change that before we start, but I think we're gonna go stone.
No one's locked into things necessarily here. Well, friends, we have some interesting characters here taking shape. I think I think the backstories have some interesting flavors to them, whether they were sphinxes doling out destinies, illusory warriors who couldn't be hit, magic items that are broken beyond measure, deals with devils that will never have a bad effect, the ability to see the future with reckless abandon. Because if you're a commoner who suddenly gets that, that's a big deal. You're like, I get why you become a thing, and I love that then you become a fighter. And do you use your divination to know if you can win a fight or you should throw it? Is that the idea?
All I'm saying is that for my fighting style, I am picking blind fighting.
I understand where he's going. Blind fighting's real fun. I've done blind fighter before. Last thing I played in a D&D game, I was a blind fighting champion, fighter of some kind.
Amazing.
And then we also have someone whose parents want to kill them. thanks to a card.
I kind of feel like, just based on the name of the spells, I have to go Chthonic, because knowing Chill Touch and False Life just sounds fucking hilarious.
Yeah. False life. It's not a real life, but a false one. Well, very good. Well, I like it.
I can't do stone. I gotta do something else. I just realized.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. I don't know what. We'll figure it out.
I'm not sure. Should I realize what you realized?
No. Oh, I just don't have it. Has its thing as a reaction, which is the same thing that monks have. So it's kind of like, why do that?
Don't do the.
What was the array that we had again? Sorry.
The array is
16, 13, 13, 12, 12, and 11.
Okay.
It's not a terrible one.
Pretty bonker.
Yeah, pretty strong, guys. Well, on that note, thank you all so much for joining. I think we're probably going to wrap it up here, just so people can kind of start thinking about these characters, putting them together, and building some stuff. And next week, we will be starting the actual game campaign of this. So join us then as we meet these characters in action. All of these people who've been affected by the cards. I suppose raise your hand if you feel like the deck gave you, if you think your character after a year or between 1 and 10 years, whatever, if you feel like the character, if the card gave you something that you like, if you are happy with your situation. I don't mean as a player, I mean as your character.
Oh,
Is
no.
your character happy?
Never
with what's
mind.
going on? Okay.
No.
I think reasonably to moderately.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, great.
No.
Perfect. And I love that you are happy. That's ideal. All right, well, in that case, thank you all so much for watching.
Raise your hand if you've ever been personally victimized by Philip.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
did
Oh
was-
yeah.
I did was
never
was think of that as what the lovers means on that table. So I didn't do anything.
never reveal what you want as a player to Philip, because he'll just take it away.
But I'll take it away so it hurts, so you think you have it. Well, thank you. That was great. We have some other games on the channel. Join us on Friday night for Blood from a Stone, where when last we left off, everyone is chained up in Madame Ether's animated dominatrix dungeon, so that's fun. On No Context. On Sunday, join us for Here Be Dragons, where our dragon friends have escaped the deep shadow, but not their shadow.
Oh right.
They skipped the dimensional stalactite, but all will be well, don't you worry. And then on Monday, we are back with the hotly contested, long-awaited Dreamlands adventure, choosing between beat-up, rude gamers every round and find relics in eerie surroundings. Burger or fries. Everyone pointed out burger and fries go together, but those are your choices, burger or fries. You get to pick one. Burger is winning. We also have had some shifts because KJ had been doing fries and then switched to burgers, but as soon as that
Unreal.
happened, Book and Daggers switched to burgers from fries, so it's all kinds of stuff going on.
I had read it wrong to begin with.
That is
I had to change.
when you realized what the fries was, and you realized it wasn't to stop him, it was he asked you to do this.
Yeah.
It's gonna be whatever winds up winning for Monday. It's gonna be a big adventure because one way or another they're gonna kind of be either getting a big boon or a big setback. So it's gonna be really fun. The burger option is the more dangerous one.
Much like
There's,
today.
Exactly. Today, big momentous stuff. So yeah, join us for that. And then a week from tonight, we're back with this game. Go to our Discord to watch old episodes, or Discord to read recaps, interact with us, YouTube to watch old episodes, and the wiki to see how all this fits together. I suppose I should put that into the chat there. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Thank you all. Thank you, players. Also follow all these players on their socials, which you can find on our about pages and all that stuff, and we'll have a lot of fun. So yeah, this should be a really cool back to basics D&D campaign, except not at all back to basics, since you guys are starting with huge chips on your shoulder and or legendary items on your face. So there you go. All right, everybody. Any last words? Okay. Anyone? You don't want to say anything? Okay, great. Well then. Oh wait, I haven't thought of what do I say in this game? What's the? Because it can't be don't bust. But like,
So
what
long,
is the?
suckers.
I think it should be.
what is the is it something about folding or like may you draw
Shuffling up until next time.
shuffling up until next time?
I don't know. I'm
Bear
just
down
gonna-
for midterms?
Bear down for midterms.
Shuffling up until next time. Shuffling up until
Fat-
next time.
Fat dog till midterms.
Dog till midterms. Oh man. The
We'll deal the next chapter of the story next week.
Yeah, the next there's always another card. I'll come up with this before next week. I won't. We'll have this conversation then. But until next time, don't let the card hit you on the draw out.